Hi, this is Judymay Murphy, and today we're going to talk about big vision, baby steps. So many people start out all enthusiastic. I'm sure you know what that's like. You're like, okay, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to take massive action. I'm going to be on this 24/7. And then 3 days later, you are so exhausted that you don't even care if you end up out on the streets the next day. Okay, so how do we fix this? Well, what we need to do is we need to remember that building a dream also entails consistency. There's no point just sprinting and then running out of charge. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that first of all we're excited enough about the dream, that the dream itself is big enough, that it enthuses us, that that itself kind of juices what we're doing. Very often people say, well, I'll do this little bit first. Okay, I'll write a blog. And what they really want to do is they want to write a best-selling book. Or they say to themselves, you know what, I'll meet someone nice. When what they're really looking for is the most amazing, passionate love affair. So make sure, first of all, that your vision is big enough that it can really, really inspire you. Second thing then is that you want to take baby steps around that. You want to chunk it down so that each moment doesn't feel like, oh my goodness, if I don't get this, the entire dream is going to fail. No, it's all good. There's plenty of room for failure. And in another video, we're going to be talking about that, how to fail your way to success. But for today, let's focus on this. How is it that we keep this momentum going? So step one is we're going to chunk things really, really small. Step two is we're going to be clear on what each of those chunks looks like. So if, for example, you were writing that book and you said, right, I'm going to write this chapter. That's too much for your head. You just sit down, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm writing this whole chapter. Instead, it needs to be, I'm going to make sure that I write the most awesome 500 words on this part of what I'm doing. Then your brain knows what to do. So you're going to chunk it small enough, you're going to get clear on exactly what it is that needs to happen, and then you're going to notice, has that happened or has something else happened instead? And not beat up on yourself just because it didn't turn out exactly as you planned. It might be that that part of it is useful somewhere else and you still need to get that other bit done. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to make sure that the vision is really, really big. So big vision, and then our baby steps are, we're going to chunk it really small. And then we're going to make sure that we are absolutely clear on what everything is. And then we're going to notice, did that happen? Have I got my result? Or was I just kind of doing something else, doing research and telling myself I was writing the book? Okay, awesome, great stuff. Go to it. Whatever your dream is, remember, stay curious, stay loving, and stay in the game.